What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Uncle Reddit, and this is r/Tales from Tech Support, camping edition number 2. I'm in my comfy little camp chair out here, got the nice wooded backdrop. People staring at me. Yep, we were in Gettysburg last week, came home the other day to regroup, and now we are at Tall Pines Campground in Lewes, Delaware. Lewes, Lewes. Some people from out of state call it Lewes. Anyway, if you get a chance, check it out. It's a pretty cool campground, and the lag should be pretty much non-existent now that we actually have some light to work with. So far, so good. Let's get it going. Dealing with end users after 3 years still is a nightmare. So I've been more so autonomous in my role as of the last few years. Cloud architecture requiring little to no user communication. Pretty swift. Anywho, the other week my manager ran out of people to help with a 365 merger tenant to tenant migration and asked if I could assist and also provide end user support after cutover. Got the job done. Cutover wasn't too bad, not many issues. Lady called me up. She was the lead administration lady for the merged company, and she had issues with her OneDrive not syncing. It took 20 minutes for me to understand what her problem was. She called and stated her Outlook had no documents and that I had broken it. I kept asking simple questions like, Outlook documents? Attachments? Can you elaborate, please? And she just kept getting angry at me, telling me that I have ruined it all and her Outlook documents are all gone and I need to fix it, as she cannot do her Outlook work. After 20 minutes, I finally get TeamViewer on her machine and jump on, and I tell her to show me. She opens up File Explorer, and lo and behold, she thinks the File Explorer is called Outlook. She signed into her OneDrive, and they all appeared. I am dumbfounded. How are so many people in lead roles still so illiterate in technology when their sole job is on a computer? My 55-year-old mother is better, and she barely knows how to use a computer. The only thing I can figure is somebody's kissing an awful lot of butt to get their job. These people couldn't have possibly gotten their positions by merit. Not everybody, but the ones we read about at least. Why should I bother if they don't? Persons involved. User 1, User 2, ISP. Glanced at the clock, almost closing time. I noticed a notification pop up. Client internet went down. I pinged the gateway and got no response. Since the client manages their own internet account, I sent an email to the management, User 1, to call ISP and have ISP check their equipment. Next morning, I receive email from multiple staff saying site has no internet. I ping the gateway and it's dropping packets. User 1 emails saying they spoke with ISP and said all was good now. I ping the gateway again. I take a screenshot, send a response to User 1 with pic, telling them I don't know why ISP said all was good when it isn't. I call and got User 2 since User 1 and User 2 are at different locations. Hey, this is IT guy. Can you restart the ISP modem? User 2. You need to come out here and fix the internet. It's not our equipment, plus you just need to unplug and plug in a power cable for the ISP device. Go in the closet, you'll see 2 black boxes. User 2. I don't see any black box. It's on the only shelf in the closet. User 2. There's a ton of boxes in here. Move the boxes, look on the shelf. User 2. I don't see any black box. You need to come out here and fix it. User 2 refuses to help any further. It's not our equipment. Let me call User 1. Hey, User 1. User 1. Hey, I spoke with ISP yesterday. Apparently the bill wasn't paid, so internet got disconnected. But I paid yesterday and they told me all was okay. Doing them a courtesy when I'm not supposed to. Can you give me the info so I can speak with ISP myself? Got the info, called the ISP and explained the problem. ISP then checks the issue. ISP. Yes, the bill was paid, but the modem wasn't reactivated yet. They reactivate. I checked. Ping is stable. I can connect to our firewall now. I call the User 2. Hey, this is IT again. Spoke with ISP and internet. Should be up now. Can you verify? User 2. Don't call me. You need to come out here and fix the internet. I'm not checking anything. Again, it's not our equipment that was the issue, and everything should be. User 2 cuts me off and started talking over me. You need to come out here. I'm not checking anything. Don't know who. My brain spam filter activates and my firewall mouth shuts down U2's rambling. If you can't be bothered to ensure you're able to get your work done, then why should I? That's all. And I end the call. Yeah, I don't blame OP there. If they're not going to be bothered to check anything, I mean, it's remote support. Not everything requires a warm body to be standing there in front of you to make sure everything's working. So yeah. Well, I ain't repeating it. You can listen when I upload it. My wife thinks I'm here to repeat things for her and read to her personally. Reception urgent is not IT urgent. It's a Wednesday morning. I just had to do an unusual new hire intro since this one started Wednesday, not Monday. Relaxing after an hour of yammering away about policy and where stuff is, I get a ticket about updating a notarizing program because there's a deadline. It's not working and stuff needs to go out today. So I'm working the Teams call. Pocket buzzes with my cell going off. Yay, call forwarding, right? Hello, Dan speaking. Mispronouncing my name. I need your help. New hire's email doesn't show in the search bar in Outlook when I search for them. So a really not important issue since I know new hire has an email address. We all have first initial last name at company.com here. So to try and understand how I should place this beyond absolute bottom of the stack, how critical is this? After a perceivable microsecond pause, everything is urgent. Bye-bye. Confused, I return to my work. After I finish up the ticket, I was in the middle of, for actual money makers, I go see reception and explain. They very clearly want none of it and me dismissively. After catching the vibe but still explaining the issue, I say, okay, and so you understand this does not constitute an urgent issue. They raise their hands and say, but it's urgent for me. Urgent for thee is not necessarily urgent for me. Yeah, everybody else's emergencies come first, I guess. Again, we've said this before. Everybody feels like they're special. It's all about me. There's no team play. There's no nothing. I understand it may feel urgent to them, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah. This is like the hottest day of the weekend, and we're finally getting some decent breeze over here in this corner, so I'm pretty happy with that. We've got a nice shaded site, too, so. How not to save money. In the days when everything was done on the mainframe, I got a contract to support convenience printing for a company. They had just bought a bunch of laser printers, but couldn't figure out how to use them for anything more than green bar reports. I installed the appropriate software and wrote some nice user-friendly interfaces to the client's office systems. Everyone was delighted. I stayed on to help support them. One day a user submitted a formal suggestion that we set up the printers in duplex mode. He had counted the number of pages printed on the printer he used, and by extrapolation figured that we were wasting thousands of dollars each year on paper. If adopted, he would get a check for 10% of the first year's savings. The suggestion made its way up the food chain, endorsed along the way by every manager. Eventually it came to me to be implemented. I replied back that while there was an option to print duplex for a specific job, making it the default was a bad idea. I included a copy of a study I had done at a previous client where we tried this. The results were obvious. First, printing in duplex takes twice as long as simplex. Since the printers were in use pretty much non-stop from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., we would have to double the number just to meet the demand. Second, the hardware wasn't all that robust. Unless the printers were meticulously maintained, which they weren't, printing in duplex causes more paper jams, and since there were relatively few people who were actually trained, more damage will be done as they try to fix the jams. The result is that duplex printers had 3 times the downtime as simplex. So whatever we might save in paper, we would more than lose in hardware and lost productivity. My reply was sent up the food chain. What all management could see was the monthly bill for paper. I suggested changing 1 or 2 printers as a pilot and see exactly how much the change would save or cost. Nope, I was reminded that I was just an outside consultant and to make the change. I said, yes sir, and made the change. It took about 3 months before people were screaming at me about how long they had to wait for their printouts. I forwarded their complaints to management. Then there were the bills from the hardware vendor. Apparently repairing damage done when an untrained person pokes around under the cover is not covered by the maintenance contract. But the guy who made the suggestion received a nice check for all the money he saved on paper. There you go. Spending pounds to save pennies. And this guy was a professional consultant, and they refused to listen to him even though he was getting paid to do what he was doing. What are you going to do? Some users make me laugh. Happened 5 minutes ago. At work, I was away from my desk providing some desk-side support to one of our users. I get back to my desk and check my email and see 3 new help desk tickets have come in, all within 2 minutes of each other, all from the same user. Ticket number 1. Subject: the mouse. He's dead like Colonel Sanders. Do you have any spares? Body: EOM. Ticket number 2. Subject: the mouse. He's dead like Colonel Sanders. Do you have any spares? Again. Body: Further related news, the brand name keyboard is not functioning either. Something brand name full has spit the bit. Ticket number 3. Subject: RE mouse and keyboard. But wait, there's more. Body: it's the USB hub. Got that out of the loop and the keyboard and mouse rose from the dead. This made my day. Not only did this user give me a few laughs, they also did my job for me and there's nothing more I need to do but close the tickets. Note: the USB hub is the user's, so I don't even need to replace it. Yeah, it sounds like you got a user with a sense of humor, which is good. And also one that's not afraid to try things and troubleshoot without mucking things up, which is nice. Stupid Beatles. Alright guys, time for me to get back to doing some camping. I hope you enjoyed the stories, and if you did, would you do me a favor? Would you consider clicking like on the video? Maybe subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell icon so you don't miss the fat guy camping telling you stories. See ya.